All right, this video is going to be from last week's.
Oh, shit. What's going on, y'all? How we doing? I was just posting on my Instagram story that we're live. How is everybody doing today? I'm just posting everything in Discord, Twitter, Instagram, everything. Okay. Let's post here. Live on YouTube. Going over today's trade. Everyone. Everybody have a good weekend. I took a trade on the 1 minute time frame today. Well, thanks to one of our Discord members. Called out a win on gold today, which was tough. What up, Luke? All right. Okay, where is the Guardian live on Twitter so I can retweet that bit? Okay. So, indices this morning, nothing that I could even really care about. We woke up and literally this morning was just like a meme coin. Like, this was pretty fucking gross. Also, apologies if I sound like congested because my nose is just running crazy right now. But right now, index futures were not on my agenda today. And I'll explain why after I get this recording set. All right. And we are recording now. Yeah, so indices were never on my agenda for the morning. Why? Because what did price do previous day? Yes, we expanded and we traded away from new week opening gap. What I did going into the day was I was going to like frame a trade on indices if we created like an SMT at the previous daily high, like price on NASDAQ running the previous daily high while the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones failed or vice versa. One of those things. I needed some sort of like reversal signature from the previous daily high and we never got that. Price just opened up and pushed. So it wasn't on my agenda for shorts for the day. And to top it off, if I go down to the 4-hour time frame, what is the 4-hour time frame telling me? There's literally nothing. Like I have not even a single lick of SMT that I could utilize as framework for long positions. The only SMT that was given to us to start the week was down here inside of new week opening gap with the Dow Jones. See, we made the lower low inside the new week opening gap. We made the higher low on S&P 500 and the higher low on the NASDAQ. So this was not on my radar today. I didn't care for it, didn't want to trade it, didn't want to give it any attention because I knew that it didn't line up with my model or it didn't line up with what I need to take a trade. So indices were off my list. Gold was what we took today in my group this morning. We had higher time frame narrative was looking for price to expand away from this weekly bullish fair value gap that you have seen on gold here, silver here. We have a weekly bullish fair value gap tag here. See this candle low on silver from the 29th, the weekly chart. We ran that low inside of that gap. That same weekly low, we did not run the low on the on gold. So higher low inside of that weekly gap. Now make our way down to lower time frames. On the what's it called? The 4-hour chart. It was a simple move, like from a lower time frame perspective. Is this external run here, external run here into an internal range liquidity pool. So we ran a 4-hour external low. We're driving back and trading inside of a 4-hour bearish fair value gap. Just a simple external to internal range move. But what am I looking to do and what am I looking to frame for longs? So if I clear and hide all my drawings here, we tagged that weekly gap. Yeah. So if we're looking for a forever model setup and how we want to look to take this for a higher time frame swing, what would we need price to do? We would need price to close above this up or this down close candle so we can get a weekly to a 4-hour setup. But I'm like longing into this gap, anticipating that that is going to happen. I'm not waiting for it to happen yet. I'm fractalizing the model, anticipating a bullish reaction off of that weekly gap. So if I take this away, then we go down to like lower time frame chart. So hourly chart coming into the day, if you look at silver, we have Asia highs session liquidity that I was looking to target or looking to take out. So as you can see, silver was relatively closer to that high, and then gold kind of just was working its way back up into the range. But between gold and silver, you could see we had an hourly bearish fair value gap resting here that got inversed on silver. We had the same hourly bearish fair value gap here that got inversed on gold. If you look and see these hourly candle lows here, between these candle lows, there's an SMT with gold making the lower low. And then we started expanding higher. So from this point, we created a swing point inside of that bullish PD right here that had SMT at the lows. So I had a feeling and I knew that price wasn't going to take out this low point right there. So making our way through this, as you could see, we had price kind of displacing after we created that. We created this SMT point. Then we had the candle closure on 9:15 that closed above this swing. So this is like a 15 bullish breaker block setup, practically. Now, from this point, I wasn't just going to, I mean, you technically could have just bought the 15-minute breaker, yeah. We fractalized it down, or at least my one of the guys in my Discord, Kieran, fractalized it down even more to a 1-minute trade setup. And if you look at the comparison between these 15-minute or to these 1-minute candle low points, this candle low from 9:07 to this candle low here on gold had a lower low while a higher low set in on silver. So with this point, we had a up close candle here that broke below those lows, creating the SMT. Price traded through and above that swing high. We market bought at that point when we closed above. Our stop loss was at the M1 swing low resting here, which was relatively close to that 1-minute swing low that had the SMT, and then just targeted a 1 to 2 risk reward. That's it. That is it. And then I believe people in the group are still holding runners right now. But yeah. And then you could have also pyramided into the position at this point with this 5-minute breaker tag. But everything was aligning. This was also the only thing that was good today, in my opinion. Everything else across the board was kind of mid, like mid. Indices, trash. Foreign currencies, trash. If gold can flip from here and actually like start initiating its market maker buy model, I'm only going to focus on gold because it has it's just a continuation signature from a retracement into this weekly bullish for value gap. God, this fucking sucks, bro. So yeah. And on top of that, gold has clean relative equal highs above here that I thought we were going to take out before, but we didn't. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching gold for pretty much tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. Looking to see if it can continue higher. I mean, yeah, bro, Sharon, if you have a swing account for sure. If you have a swing account, by all means, throw something down on there. If it closes above here, it'll be an inverse for value gap and an order block. We already have a good reaction on silver. So by the end of this daily close, we'll have a good idea as to what is yet to come. And at a bare minimum, depending on how this closes, tomorrow we could just simply target previous daily high as a low-hanging fruit objective point, which is simply just Asia highs from overnight. If we don't get there today. If we don't get there today, then we could target this tomorrow. You get me? Indices are not on my watch list at all. This is literally a no trading day for indices for me. Like, this is nothing of value whatsoever. Gold is reversing. No, it's not. You mean it's reversing as in it's going long, right? It's going higher. That's what we want. Yeah, if you're in the YouTube chat and you're not liking the live stream, I'm taking that as if you hate me. Can you check the 1 hour for value gap on Dow in 10 minutes? So I really, really don't trust index futures at all, at least right now in the current state that they're at, with FOMC Fed rate cut tomorrow. If there's no SMT on the daily, I'm going to drop down to the 4 hour and see if there's anything on the 4 hour time frame that I could frame anything off of. If there's nothing on the 4 hour time frame that I can't like note some sort of like SMT between the 2 a.m. 4 hour candle, the 6 a.m. 4 hour candle, or even the 10 a.m. Because right now, the 10 a.m. 4 hour candle is simply just trading inside bar with the 6 a.m. you would want to see at least a bare minimum of an SMT set in at the previous 4-hour candle high. That's like the only thing that you would have to wait for. Dropping down and waiting for something on the hourly time frame is you just kind of forcing something because you're not patient enough. This is trapped, in my opinion, and it doesn't know what it wants to do. If there's no SMT, there's no trade for me. And I'll always say that. Yeah, I want gold longs too. I want gold to continue. Yeah, GG's, Karen. I want gold to inverse this 4-hour gap. If we inverse this 4-hour gap, that would be great. But if we inverse the 4-hour gap and close above this 2 a.m. 4-hour candle, I would expect price to start trading higher and then look to target previous daily high tomorrow. And then moving on later on in the week, or even, I don't think tomorrow, but these relative equal highs above. But we need our reversal. We need our reversal point from here. I want this. How would I rate this gold setup? A+. It's a stronger pair and a weekly gap. But obviously, this is going to close outside of the kill zone. You would want to take something, or if it sets up during Asia. If it provides anything during Asia and you have a swing account, fuck it, send it. Why not? But this was a great move today. And honestly, the catching the longs on gold kind of creates such a good cushion for the remainder of the week. Especially when indices are doing this. This is not something you want to see. Yeah, I personally always have my swing set in during kill zones. Unless your stop loss is like absurdly fat. And if you're trading on futures accounts. Like you can't swing positions on Blue Guardian futures or any sort of futures account. If indices are choppy, you trade a different market, which is exactly what we did in the group. Focused on gold. Futures are better than CFDs. Damn, I kind of regret not leaving a runner. I'm on average right now. My average is 2 trades per week. As of right now, I'm at, let me check. Eight. I'm at 8 trades, including today. But I also do not trade every day. Did you just say 8 trades per week? You're smoking crack. No. I'm at 8 trades total this month. Actually, wait, no, sorry. I'm at 9, including the break evens. Or 9. Because I had a break even trade last week, later on in the week. Yeah, all my trades are in kill zones. Do you need to be in order to execute? Always execute your trades during kill zones. Don't be stupid. You took 16 forever model trades this month. Probably. I'm not surprised. This entire month. Remember when I told you guys last week in the stream, I was like, try out just executing from a 15-minute, like waiting for the first 15-minute candle to print and then take your execution. That's what I've been doing this month. And I've been taking a lot less trades. Because if I took trades from the lower time frames, like 5-minute or hourly to M5 on index futures or 15-minute to M1s, I probably would have been stopped out a lot more and been in a higher net. I would have been at a net negative this month compared to staying at a net positive, sticking with higher time frames. Also, I do not have my personality does not match lower time frame trading. Like I took the 1-minute trade this morning with Kieran because he called it out, not me. I was on the 15-minute and one. I feel like I should go to the 4-hour to 15-minute. Yeah, do it. I feel like everybody in the beginning, though, when they start trading, they start off and they just do 1-minute market maker buy and sell models because they want to get action every day. Like everybody in the beginning is always M1 demons. And then when you make enough money and you don't care too much about the charts and executing every single day, you'll execute on higher time frames. When I face back, fix your spelling. If I'm before I answer whatever I just said below that dumbass, if I'm in a losing streak, the best thing you do is either one, you take a break from trading, or you just reduce your risk to the point where if you take a trade and you execute and you take a loss, that loss doesn't mean anything. But if you feel like you have a lot of pressure on you when you're in a losing streak, it's probably because you're short on funds, or like you feel like you don't have any more money left to buy another evaluation if you lose. This whole game in trading, it's a long-term game, marathon, not a sprint. So make sure that you are journaling every single loss that you are taking. If you are on a losing streak, you're studying it at the end of the day, you're reviewing your performance at the end of every single week, and you're comparing your losses to your wins. Because if you're not doing any sort of data collecting, and if you're not comparing your wins to your losses, and you're not noting every single trade that you take, you're really not going to make any progress in trading. And that's the sad truth. And I know a lot of you still probably won't journal every single trade that you take, because I didn't do the same thing too. And like I would take dumb trades just to like just because I wanted to click the button, and I would like kind of brush those mistakes off and those trades that I took like quick losses just because I wanted to click a button. And me doing that bad thing and that getting into like a mixture of a bad routine would directly impact my trading. What's your thoughts on 369? The only 6-9 that I talk about or I know is inappropriate. So 369 is probably the dumbest and most idiotic thing ever introduced into the trading industry. And if you're dumb enough to fall for something like that, I don't feel bad for you, and I hope you lose all your money. Genuinely speaking. My risk to reward is static 1 to 2. And then I will depending on like higher time frame targets, like let's say price goes to my 1 to 2 risk to reward, but then there's a higher time frame external liquidity pool, then I will take a partial point, like 80% of my position off, and I'll leave a couple of contracts running to like a session liquidity pool or a previous daily high or low. That's obvious and attainable for that given day. Simple as that. Dude, my nose is fucked. This sucks. I don't understand what you're saying, bro. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Indices still aren't doing anything. I hope you guys aren't in this shit. The only thing that I saw, I think some people in my group are short right now still. It's like there was nothing. The only SMT that I saw that was built was at this 15-minute candle high between NQ and ES in the Dow, like that. And then there was this. Oh, how do you handle FOMO? Well, you don't have FOMO when clearly if you have FOMO in a trade, it's probably because you don't know your edge yet. Like you don't have your model set in stone, like you don't really know what you're looking for in a day. So until you have that like completely solidified, you're going to feel like you need to be a part of every single move. And when the move actually happens, you're going to start like tweaking. But in order to remove FOMO is kind of like the same sort of topic that I said before, as in you need to start journaling every trade that you take and start refining and understanding what your edge is in the market. Because once you understand what your edge is, then you'll start to be able to go into a trading day and you'll be able to look for reasons not to trade instead of reasons to trade. Because that is the difference between profitable and unprofitable traders. The traders that look for reasons not to trade compared to the people that are losing money consistently are the ones that are looking for reasons to trade. You are pushing yourself and like looking for every single possible reason to click the button when you should be doing the complete and polar opposite. Like complete opposite. I know every single thing that needs to happen on the market. And if it doesn't, then I don't do anything. Like today, there's no SMT on the charts. So therefore, on my 4-hour chart, my 4-hour time frame, my daily time frame, my 1-hour time frame, there's no SMT. So therefore, there is no trades for me. Therefore, I'm not doing anything on this. So I'm not taking a trade. But in like the other perspective of what you guys are doing is you're noticing one thing. You're like, all right, there's no SMT on the daily, there's no SMT on the 4-hour, the hourly, but I'm going to drop down to the 15-minute time frame or the 5-minute time frame. I'm going to look to see like, okay, like what structure is looking like here just so that I can press the button. Maybe my model's happening on a fractal standpoint. That's not what you should be doing. You need to be making your 1, 2, 3 step model or 1, 2, 3, 4 step model and then figuring it out from there. Tell me SMC or price action. What I don't know what that means. SMC or price action. Price action is what? You're short NQ. Cool. Can you recommend some books? I started reading completed books. I haven't read a book since Green Eggs in the Ham by Dr. Seuss. I'm gonna be real. But if I had to tell you, books to read, sure. Anything by Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone, Disciplined Trader, the other rich thing called, I have no idea. But I've literally only listened to like the audiobooks. And you don't need to read books to make money. I'll tell you that. I'm the spitting image of that. God. My English teachers back in high school would be so fucking mad. It's so funny that I could literally make their salary in one click of a button. So funny. And I still don't read no fucking books. Mindset. I think trading success is well, you have to have the proper mindset to then develop a system. Like obviously you can't just have let's say you don't have the right mindset, but a system is thrown at you. Therefore, that system will have literally no significance. I could be like for me, I've given you guys everything that you could possibly need. I've provided the system of you to really like make money on my YouTube channel for free. The system is out there. But if the mindset behind the operator of who's clicking the buttons is not tuned in, the system means nothing. So you need to have a proper mindset to then correlate that to making the system work, if that makes sense. You need to have your psychology and your mind completely teed. And if it's not, that winning system that is given to you that you're trying to study will have no effect. That's why it's ridiculous when people ask me, "Yo, what's the win rate of your model? Like, if why do I have a 50% win rate, but you have a 70% win rate?" It's because the operator will always be different. My win rate will never correlate to yours. Doesn't matter how hard you try, how long you trade. We will not have the same. Ever. Fix this fucking height. But that doesn't mean that like you won't have a better win rate than me. Like everybody's mindset is, I would say, like nobody has like the same sort of like identical win rate because everybody has different emotions. All right. You're getting put in timeout because you just typed that in 4 separate times. You're actually annoying me. If you spam, I could literally just ban you. I love having this power. So funny. Ugh. Damn. Dude. This is going to be easy pickings for tomorrow. Trust. You want to trade? Cool. I already traded. Don't be tired of this price action. I mean, if again, like I said, indices are boring right now. So my focus rotated from index futures to gold and commodities because this is more clear from a higher time frame standpoint. This is much better. This will be my focus for tomorrow and the rest of the week if indices do not give me anything of substance. Do you think 4 to 5 A plus forever model forex setups is enough a month? If you take 4 to 5, okay. Let's say you take 4 to 5 forever. Bro, you could make, just put this in perspective, you could make 2% return a month and be completely fine for the rest of your life, depending on how much funding you currently have. Like, put this in perspective. Let's say you have $1 million in funding capital. $1 million in funding capital, and you net 2% return at the end of each month. What is 2% of $1 million? 20K. Is 20K a month? Is that a good number for you guys? Or even if you have 500,000, that's 10K. That's a start. And then you take that 20K or you take that 10K and reinvest it into more funding. And then the next thing you know, you have 2 million. And then 2 million and fucking 2% of 2 million, it's 40K. And then you just rinse and repeat the cycle. Like, you guys asking, like, is 4 to 5 A plus forever model trades enough? How much money is that going to be returning in your pocket? Like, I mean, like, you take 4 to 5 forever model trade setups in a month. If you're winning 2 out of the 4 or 3 out of the 5, you're still having a net positive if you're going for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. I don't trade forex anymore. I don't trade forex anymore. You could have up to 5 accounts with Blue Guardian, but then you could trade other props as well. This is a good one. I already answered this question before in the past. Someone said, what do you invest in after you have max trading allocation scaled, like outside of trading? So what I say is, oh, wait, shoot. Hold on one second. Let me fix this really quick. I just realized that was on my screen. I guess that's kind of better. What I said is before my previous streams last week is once you kind of have your comfortable amount of, I guess, funding throughout prop and you are like making money consistently, make sure that you're allocating money, setting aside for taxes when tax season comes around. Then start funding your personal account. So start having a personal futures account that you could then end up trading. So once you like kind of start pouring money into that, and then you have a good personal account that you're trading with, that's when you're kind of going into the realm of, I have X amount of money coming in per month. I am putting money aside for this. I'm putting money aside for investments into like a stock portfolio account, Roth IRA, 401k, whatever that is. Then start going into other business ventures, start investing into real estate. Maybe you want to start a new business venture with something else outside of trading. Who knows what it might be? Or if you want to take care of your parents, you want to pay off their houses, you want to take care of their bills. So basically, you want to kind of budget everything that you have coming in and then seeing what can I do with this excess money that I have since I'm already comfortable with everything on my own personal end. So, I mean, what I did was I didn't really like kind of prioritize myself until I was able to help out like my loved ones, like my mom, my dad, and my brother, and all them. So I made sure that I was able to take care of them before I could take care of myself. And then I went into real estate, starting a new business, moving into eventually down the line some sort of clothing brand, but currently working on like a supplement product that hopefully will be released in like a couple of months, which will be cool. I'm looking forward to it. I think the whole point of trading is to reach a goal for the month and then help your parents and then go. Yeah, exactly. I think taking care of your parents should be the number one priority always. Like what I did was the first thing that I did when I made my big first sum of a big sum of money from prop over an extended period of time was I helped my mom pay off her house. Not a protein. I can't really say much. It's not like protein pre-workout or anything like that, but like it's a product. It's a product that would be sold. Fuck. I can't say too much. It's not like anything work. It's health oriented and like health related, but it's not like a supplement for like, and it won't be in like a GNC or a vitamin shop. Your kill zones for forex, like 7 to 12. But I wouldn't trade forex until after 8 o'clock. A lot of the moves that have been happening lately on EU and GU have been like in London or pre New York, like 7 and 8. Like, see this move from here from 7 to 8. This was actually like pretty clean. This was a clean move. This drop off, and then you would have had the TP once GU reached that low down here. Don't have a date yet already though. Oh, gold's looking so good right now. Gold is looking so good. Probably just interpretation. It's based off of perspective, whatever you think looks best and whatever makes sense to you. I think ICT concepts just make the most sense. Like the way that ICT explained liquidity and how like the market's book price, that made more sense to me than anything else. And like I've gone through Wyckoff, I went through like supply and demand, all that sort of shit. This is logically speaking, this is probably it makes the most sense. Yeah, no, these gold longs, bro, are going nice. You can probably like at least daily objective point. I said it in the Discord already because I know you're in it. Lewis is the London high at 2 a.m. or close fully when silver runs out the Asia highs. Should do it today. I don't see why it wouldn't, but I have my alert set at 30, 39. What is this? 3982.9. Yeah, just have your alert set at both. I think I tried supply and demand for like a year. I was also trying I tried like volume profiles, points of control, POCs, VPOCs. Yeah, bro, I want this swing to play out juiced, and I want us to run to this high. Which is this daily internal range liquidity pool. But low hanging fruit being here, which will just be the previous daily high tomorrow. Gold NQ YM. I hardly take trades. I hardly take trades on ES. I've been taking trades on NQ, the Dow, and just only this week gold. Lewis, you'll probably get it right now. I'm not gonna lie. Looks like we're gonna get it right here. I know a couple people that read order flow. I traded forex heavy when it was trending. Again, like I thrive in trending markets. I do not thrive in consolidating markets. I don't. Like foreign currencies were trending, like literally like a little bit less than 2 years ago or like a year ago. Between a year and 2 years ago. That's when foreign currencies and like exotics were moving crazy. Cuz like it was either to the point where dollar would consolidate, that would allow exotics to move. If exotics were consolidating, then EU and GEO would move trend. So that's how I traded before. Yeah, exactly, bro. Since I'm telling you right now, since like June or July, EU and GU have looked like shit. That's why I haven't touched them. And anyone in my Discord, they know too. Like I haven't called out an EU or a GU trade in months. Like literally months. That shit is ass. I also agree with that too. When Trump got inaugurated and like ever since he came into office, like when did he get inaugurated? I would say like it was January, February, March. Like April or the start of the new quarter. When that happened, that's when everything kind of turned to shit. I would say. And it also doesn't help the fact that like I think Trump being in office, the market has manipulated me more than any girl I've ever talked to in my entire life. And that says something. Cuz these Jersey girls and the New York girls are so toxic. So like the fact that Trump is active and like he's coherent and he's on his phone all fucking day. He's on his phone all day. When Biden was in office, that motherfucker was delusional. He didn't know what nighttime or daytime was, and he didn't even know like how to walk in a straight line. Like bro was like honestly, I think he was drunk 24/7. Yo, fucking Lewis, take profit on gold. We just ran Asia highs. You can close out a gold here because we're also running that 2 a.m. 4-hour candle high inside of this 4-hour gap. And we just cleared out Asia highs, so that's fire. That was a banger, actually. I closed it here. But that was a good. I closed it here, but then that gave it. How many points actually did that give? That was juice, actually. That gave like an extra 17 points on gold. That's tough. This is setting up nice. That's fire. Good for you. Now you could probably, if you're still holding a runner, you could probably just start aggressively trailing your position. If it gives me something during Asia, then yeah, I'm definitely going to take it. Or let's say if gold closes above this 4-hour down close candle today, I'm going to go long on my personal account. Or I'll also be buying GLD calls and just swing gold longs on options. Actually, I'm going to look into those right now. If gold goes higher, GLD. I'll look to take GLD. GLD 382s or 380s. Let's see, 380s. 380s like a month out. Like November 28th, 380s. Yeah, that looks good. GLD calls 380 strike, November 28th expiration. If we close above that down close candle, I'll buy that on my personal account. And we have 2 hours, so 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock closes above, then I'll do it. And then the low hanging fruit is this. This high on gold is 380 on GLD on stock. Me too. I just wanna trade a trending market because all we'll know from this point is if this is the low, then we have the smart money reversal here. If we close above here, then we'll have the low risk buy. And then if we close above, let's say this up close candle from Monday at the open of the day, then this will be a breaker, which would be accumulation. So we would have closure above this for lowers buy, closure above this, accumulation, and then we would get potentially another 4-hour fair value gap, reaccumulation, and then market maker buy model complete, original consolidation high. Sauce. So there's 1, 2, 3 points of where I could be looking to get in for the rest of the week if everything pans out properly. I mean, expectations for FOMC, like they're already projected to cut rates. So indices will probably just be up only. I'm not gonna lie, all week. I don't really see any value in indices this week. Until I see something like set in on the daily, I won't really care too much. Tomorrow we might have a good day on indices if we create like a SMT on the daily, and then who knows what will happen from there. You know. All right. We got 4 minutes left until the end. I'm gonna go onto the YouTube chat and then do this giveaway. All right. All right. All right. What am I gonna say? Oh, I got it. Since I'm going to the gym after this, it's going to be a workout product. That's all I'll say. It's not a workout. It's not a workout. It's going to be a supplement. No, it's not whey. I will announce it in 50 seconds. I'll announce it at exactly 11:59. So anything past 11:59. Or basically, it'll honestly be the first person that I see that types it out after I say it. All right. 3, 2, 1. The first 2 people that type out the word creatine. Up. Creatine. It is these 2. Where? Fuck. God, there's so many, bro. I gotta find y'all. I have it here. It's I gotta find y'all. Jesus, this is insane. This is crashing the thing. Oh my god. It's Ya Blues and Lucky B Bowl. The very top. Yeah, Blues and Lucky People. Get in if you got that. I'll send you a screenshot of it. But it was right after I said it at 11:59. But for those winners, open up a ticket in the Blue Guardians Futures Discord. Ralph, we are doing a live stream tomorrow with the MMXM trader and day trading Ralph. So be tuned for that at 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. So we'll be able to catch a trade together, which will be good. But stay tuned for that. And then I'll be going live again on Thursday by myself. But I hope you guys all have a great, fantastic rest of your trading day. Be safe. Good luck, good trading. And I will see you guys again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for Equities Open. Take care, y'all. Deuces.